Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, to the next video, weekend video. And you can see I finished my whole set. Actually did two things. I made the gloves as well as the shoes, or the whole legwear, but in this video I'm only focusing on the legwear because this is already enough content. I will talk about the gloves a bit, but I will not you will not see them being made in the video. So I used, as you can see, the full body suit again for the stockings, basically. And one thing that I will have to do, or that I will do on next week, is when I do the next set, which is my next D&D character, is that I will touch up on the full body suit a lot, because I will use this as a basis for the whole body. The next character will wear a bodysuit, a full body suit actually, as a basis. So I will touch up on this and make sure that it is better accustomed, better placed on the body, because there are still areas where there is a lot of distance to the actual body, and I want to make that a bit better, make that a bit finer. But yeah, back to this one. I touched it up a tiny bit before I started. You can see I'm using the block heel here, because in the last render that I did for the soldier token, I felt that the stiletto heel did not really fit. I mean, it is a soldier, it shouldn't fit in any way, but I wanted to include heels, so I did. There is two renders at the end actually, because I made multiple backgrounds, and I made I had two which I really liked with the character in it. The character is not really that well scaled to it. I still have to really figure out how to make the scale look better, but yeah, I mean, it is in the end it is for a token art, so it's not that important that everything fits perfectly. You can see that I'm building the shoe from the ground up. This was just to basically get back into the whole thing. I actually should look and touch up on my boots so it actually fits my current workflow, and I could have been faster. The shoe itself has not that much detail. You can see I went with the idea of like having a cap on the front that is metal, having some protection around the shin, some protection around the foot itself, but most of the leg is actually just in a thigh high. I'm not 100% happy with the end of the thigh high. I might actually touch up on that and give that a different visual appeal. Not really 100% where this is currently placed, but yeah. After smoothing this down, I had to actually make sure that the whole thing fits and that it doesn't clip too much with the legwear. But yeah, next thing was just working again on the shoe, making sure the shoe itself is a boot and it fits the whole area, even though I then copy pasted and basically put it over itself on a few times. So this is relatively boring. You can see I'm just basically extruding the whole thing and then marking this whole outward. So I will talk a bit about something else. Here is the side tangent. I figured out something about rigging, or weight mapping specifically, that I guess should have figured out from the beginning, but it is what it is. If you weight map like I do in multiple dimensions, like you don't use general weight mapping, you use tri-X weight mapping. You can map one of your axes, X, Y, Z, doesn't matter. And then there's a little thing that is called the right click. And I don't know why, but I never actually tried the right click until today. I finished the weight mapping on the hip piece and weight map this, and then I just for fun these basically okay, what happens if I right click? Can I right click this? And then there was a menu and one of the points said copy, so I copied it and I pasted the same weight mapping to the other axes. So you can just, I could have worked in weight mapping a third of the time. I could have just copy pasted my weight mapping and it would have been fine. And I found out today by accident. Amazing. Anyhow, yeah, side tangent over. We're back at the shoes. You can see I finished the front of the shoe. I'm currently working on the shoe protection basically. The shoe itself, it doesn't have a metal material, so instead I opted for having more or less plates on top of the shoe that protect the foot somewhat. I mean, it's by far not perfect, but it is heels anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This is Terra level armor, which means it is basically just I don't want to say anything bad, but it is basically just slutty attire at this point, which no, I don't really mind. I mean, I'm gonna play this token in my deck, so everybody can think whatever they want. But yeah, one thing that I learned is I can simply copy paste the edges and make these cooler looking edges in addition, which is really nice for the specific parts that I do. And here's something that I simply didn't see. I could have simply copy pasted the Boros emblem that I already made. I could have put it on the shoes. I could have put it on the gloves, gauntlets, just to have it. But instead, I somehow forgot I had that. I forgot I made that, and I decided to make a different kind of finisher here for the top of the boot, which I then repeated to make on the gloves. The gloves themselves are not that complex. They have only, they're basically a glove. They have a similar finish like the top of the boot here, but that's basically it. I basically just copy pasted the glove from the full body suit, so there's really not that much that I did with it. I opted to edit the top of the thigh here, and overall it looked really cool, but I think I went a bit overboard with this in the end, and I'm just thinking I'm gonna retouch it and actually add the Boros logo to this, so it is somewhere on the thing. I kind of want to edit, and I want to redo this specific part that I'm currently working on anyway. So before I actually make the token, I will probably edit these. Yeah, I extruded this, and in the end this actually doesn't look so as good as I thought it would, so yeah, we'll definitely change this part. But yeah, it also clips a bit with the other part, so I had to redo this. But yeah, here is the final render. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's it for this time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you guys around.